Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. We're continuing to see a little bit of a decline in the precious metal prices, especially for gold as of late. We'll explore some of that and get into some idea as to why and where things are going with precious metals. That's right, looking at the charts here from Kitco, we're seeing some activity, and we're going to kind of take a look at this. We see that really the clear winner of the day so far is silver. It's actually up, believe it or not, 7 cents. And gold is down 0.23% to $3.40 drop to $1,456. But we're going to take a look at the particulars of these metals here. And I think, this is quite interesting to see here as the day charts. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because of last night's video where I talked about a glitch specifically at Kitco and Kitco, the Asian markets. Now, this has happened before, as most of you, some of you who have attended my Sunday night live streams and Market Watch live streams, we do pay attention to the markets there as they open up, mainly just for fun, in a sense, somewhat as a joke, because typically there's not a whole lot of action right out of the starting gate, but we do have seen a glitch before, and we saw it again last night. On this Veterans Day, during the day at around 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, we saw a pretty big drop in spot gold price down to $14.48 for a time there. Now, this makes people wonder if it's a glitch too, or something more nefarious, or some sort of a manipulative play. And I know there's some people think that is possibly the case, and this very well could be, because it happened to gold, and it also happened here to silver. And silver went down to $16.65 or somewhere around there. And took right around that same time. But nonetheless, that's kind of where the metals are right now. In fact, platinum and palladium have taken a pretty big hit, with palladium taking the largest hit at under $1,700 an ounce. Let's take a look at the story here. Again, this is from Kitco, how gold and silver slipped to a 3-month low as chart-based sellers embolden. So gold and silver prices are lower in midday U.S. trading on Monday. And, of course, silver has essentially recovered and went up a little bit. Both markets dropped to 3-month lows today as their near-term technical postures have deteriorated significantly just recently. That's inviting some new chart-based sellers into the futures market. December gold futures were last down $6.10 an ounce at $1,456.80. December COMEX silver prices were last down 0.03 cents at $16.79 an ounce. U.S. stock indexes are mixed at midday, but not far below the recent record highs. The bull market run in the U.S. stock market is a bearish factor that is keeping money from flowing into safe haven metals. The U.S. government is closed today, as is the cash U.S. Treasury market for the Veterans Day holiday. The civil unrest in Hong Kong escalated over the weekend. That has the Asian equity markets more uneasy. One protester was reportedly shot by police and is in serious condition. A further escalation of the situation would likely prompt some demand for safe haven gold and silver. And that's just it, folks. These geopolitical events, depending on how much is picked up by the media, but especially what's going on over there in Hong Kong, is a serious issue, and it is high profile, so that could certainly have an effect on gold and silver prices. There were no new developments on the U.S.-China trade war front over the weekend. President Trump on Friday sounded a bit less upbeat on the situation than news reports were suggesting late last week. Still, Trump said the trade talks were going very nicely, but added the U.S. is not rolling back all of the import tariffs on Chinese products. I think there's still some hope there in spite of this kind of setback, because notice it's saying, that he's not rolling back all of the import tariffs, but maybe some out of the phase 1 deal that could be signed hopefully within the next couple of weeks, at a place President Trump would rather like to have it somewhere here in the United States, particularly the Midwest, and possibly Iowa. So if he could sign that, I think that is going to maybe cause these precious metal prices to even go down even lower. And we'll see where it goes. Gold could go down, as Century Sylvia predicts, down into the 1380 range. And I would more than welcome that. I think that would be wonderful to see gold go back down so we could pick some more of it up. I'm in a gold buying mode, but I've made purchases recently. If only would have timed them a little bit better, but hey, hindsight, you know what they say about hindsight, it is, I can't think of the phrase. If only I had the foresight to see the hindsight of what hindsight would have been in a particular time period, I could see very clearly that hindsight. But I'm not there. All right, anyways, the key outside markets today see the U.S. dollar index lower. NYMEX crude oil prices are lower and trading around $57 a barrel. There was no U.S. economic data released Monday as the government closed for a holiday. So, no news is good news, essentially, and that typically is how the pressure and why now they're talking about the technical moves for gold and silver. So technically, gold futures prices were down mid-range at midday today. The bears have the overall near-term technical advantage as prices have been trending lower for 2 months. Gold bulls' next upside near-term price breakout objective is to produce a close above solid technical resistance at $1,500. Bears' next move downside price breakout objective by pushing prices below solid technical support at $1,425. First resistance is seen at today's high of 1477 and then at 1475. First support is seen at today's low of 1448 and then at 1440. So the Wyckoff's market rating of 4.0, and that's where we see here where we saw the prices drop for that one time right before lunch there in Eastern time zone. December silver future prices were near mid-range and hit another 3-month low today. The silver bears have the overall near-term technical advantages. Prices have been trending lower for 2 months. Silver bulls' next upside price breakout objective is closing prices above solid technical resistance at $17.50 an ounce. Boy, it just seems like yesterday when it was there. The next downside price breakout objective for the bears is closing prices below solid support at $16. I thought that solid support was at $17. I blew past that. Boy, was I wrong on that one. First resistance is seen at $17 and then at $17 and effectively 10 cents. Next support is seen at today's low of $16.63. Which is what we see here. That is where it dipped down for that time, for a very short amount of time. Is this proof of manipulation? I don't know. This is a case where I can't say that was a glitch. But as you can see, the Sunday night, as I predicted, that glitch that we saw, it's gone. It's gone from this trading here. So it's very interesting indeed. Next support is seen in today's low of 1663 and then at 1650. And then it goes on to talk about copper. But it is fascinating. This is where these markets go, For most of us out there, even though I do talk about the price a lot on this channel, we cover precious metal news here and as well as other aspects of silver and gold. But you know what? In the end, you just accumulate as you can. You make a purchase like I did when it was up. And, literally has gone down $60, $70 an ounce or what have you. Probably about $60 an ounce it went down. But you know what? You have to just roll with it. And just continue on because it's all about saving. Really, that's really the bottom line to it. I mentioned silver and gold as being an insurance policy. And we talk about and we complain about the price of it, silver, it's lost a lot or what have you. But you know what? You just save it. Hold on to it. It is times like these where, yes, some people will say that's just an excuse, a way for you to legitimize it in your mind to think in terms of ounces and not in dollars or in terms of the price. But really, they're both silver and gold are long-term propositions. I identify as bimetallic. I believe in gold and silver as the ultimate hedges and savings against economic instability. So, as a proud bimetallic holder of both those metals, I believe that both of them will end up performing well. And by performing well, I mean preserving our wealth in the long term. And that's the best we can hope for. If you're a collector and you have certain pieces that you can flip or whatever, what have you, that's a totally different world to which I am foreign. I generally don't go there. I buy coins that I like and I enjoy as a collector, but also have a great admiration and appreciation and love for the precious metals themselves, just for what they are, the intrinsic value that they have. So there you have it. So on this Veterans Day, this is where things stand with the prices of gold and silver. Silver is the only metal that actually went up. Very unusual in this late trading day here, even more contemporary than what the article talked about. I have no idea why it went up. To now it's almost $17 an ounce. It's squeezing that gold to silver ratio down just slightly, a little bit more. But don't look at this as being some positive sign that we're going to see a breakout in silver by any chance. I think we're a long ways away from that. It's one of those things, when you see these movements in metals, no matter what happens, psychology rules the day, even among traders. People say, okay, the prices are down $20, $30 in gold, 50, 80 cents or what have you in silver. So then they start making these bearish predictions all the way down. And then when the prices go up a little, some for a couple of days, then you see the predictions go way up. I have fallen guilty of that too. I've fallen victim to that kind of a psychological circumstance. And but in the end, we hold them, we enjoy them, we kind of learn to appreciate the markets and talk about them. But in the end, we know we have something of value when we hold gold and silver. And so there you have it. And again, I want to thank all of those who serve in the U.S. Armed Forces. Here we're celebrating Veterans Day. I posted in a video about that earlier with a review of a coin. But it is profoundly important that we appreciate those who preserve freedom in our country here in the United States. Those who serve, we thank you. I hope the Lord blesses you all. It is a sacrifice. And when you serve in the armed forces, you don't know where you may go. And so many people have put their lives on the line in active duty, but also for those who support those within the military and many different factors. You're making a sacrifice too. So all those who have served both active duty and in reserves, we thank you for your service, for what you've done for this nation. So I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to them and to all those who serve in other nations as well. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video. As you know, or I'm repeating this, I know most of the video because some don't know, more than half of my viewers actually are non-subscribers. And some of them, for some reason, choose not to subscribe, but maybe they watch often. And so you may not get notifications, but know that I do post videos every single day. So you can always go back to the Salivate Metal channel page and see the latest video posted there. For those of you who are subscribed, you'll know that from time to time, it'll actually kick you off the subscription list for some strange reason. I don't know why that happens. Or you may not get a notification by email or pin notification. Or it may not show up in your subscription feed. So just know that I do post videos every day for those interested. I am here, and I would like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for watching, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.